last week on the Glass Cannon Podcast.
For the first time in Glass Cannon Podcast Campaign 2, roll for initiative!
The heroes walked into a deadly ambush.
So this creature is going to use this ability called Umbra Leap, where it just dematerializes and then appears right next to Zephyr.
Oh no.
But remembering their training,
Good old flurry of blows with my fists.
Fist punching.
So you're gonna punch this shadow demon.
I'm gonna punch it
I love it.
with my deadly fists.
they emerged victorious.
And I am going to just take another attack.
Yeah.
And I rolled natural 20.
What'd you get?
26 points of damage.
Oh my god.
He did.
But the shadow beasts were only the beginning.
Up ahead, just in front of you, there's a shadowy line. The tall grass ahead of you looks dark and colorless. It's like a filter, like everything is monochromatic.
Of the forest's dark evolution.
And as you look down at your feet, you see this black and white world start to submerge you.
The adventure continues now.
Welcome back to the Glass Cannon Podcast. Now, you're probably watching this on Thursday night if you're on the East Coast, or some other time if you live in a worse area of the country. But we happen to be playing on a Saturday afternoon. And is there anything better than playing RPGs with your buddies on a Saturday afternoon when you can almost taste the fall in the air? It's like a cool 70-something right now. I'd like it a little cooler, but I'm not going to get upset. It's not in the 80s. It's nice.
It's August.
Yeah.
It's great.
August is
Why are
terrible.
you complaining?
I hate August. I hate the summer. You know this.
This I know.
That's why give me the fall, and today feels like fall. It's a Saturday. All we need is a little pig skin. Why are we doing this? We should be outside tossing the pig skin.
Exactly. I was about to completely disagree with you.
Sound
It
like
is
my
too
mom.
beautiful outside.
What are you doing inside?
Exactly.
Beautiful. Go
You're
outside.
playing games with your friends inside. Stop playing those video games.
Yeah, we should be outside. But
Should be outside playing softball and then heading to the gin mill.
Yeah, that should be Glass Cannon. Then that should be us playing softball and then getting drunk. That should be our programming, not this TTRPG nerdy
Sometimes
crap.
kickball.
Wait,
Sometimes
guys.
dodgeball.
Glass Cannon Softball League, John?
Don't threaten me with a good time. I still have
Sydney, you
connections.
captain?
Yes.
All right, organize it. I'll meet you at McCarran Park.
No, we're not going to fucking Brooklyn. We'll go to Central Park. That's where
Central
pros play.
Park?
Yes. I had a team in Central Park for almost 10 years. It's where I met Joe.
Met Joe.
Wait,
Yeah.
softball?
Yeah.
Yep.
We're the Crosstown Jerks. And
Never was a name so apt.
two-time champion Crosstown Jerks, I'll have you know.
Two-time champion, despite Troy and I being on the team.
Yep. And
We
win or
got in
lose.
some talented athletes.
Win or lose, we always boozed. And it was a great time.
You look so sad.
I was just like, we'll never have that in our life again.
Skid, do you have Glory Days by Bruce Springsteen queued up?
I'll have it ready for
Make
next
sure you
episode.
listen to the lyrics so you understand that it's an ironic song.
I mean, this is pre-kids. We'd wrap up game 2. They were always doubleheaders around 10:30 if you had an early game, and we're immediately just like banging on the doors of the bars on Amsterdam Ave. Let us in, we need bloodies! Followed by 18 pitchers of beer and beer pong. It was a great time, and we'll never be able to go back.
Did we have a fantasy draft at Jim
We sure
Mill
did.
here?
We used to determine the draft order through a beer pong tournament.
Yeah, the BP dot.
Yeah, the BP
the beer
dot.
pong
BP dot.
draft order tournament.
BP dot, yes.
I was talking to someone who listens to the show, and they've been playing D&D since they were a kid. And he was like, I don't think I've ever really met nerds like the people you play with. Like, they're just kind of broy.
We're a little bit different.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Yes.
Instead of throwing the old pigskin around today, I opted to be here, of course, because I cherish our friendships and I value the true game. But I am missing my Summer League basketball championship game.
What?
What?
I didn't know you were a baller.
I'm very bad. No,
Maybe it's a good thing.
I'm a very good.
The team was probably like,
Like, oh, thank God. Thank God. Hey, let's play. Come on, hurry. Before she shows up.
Have a game every week.
I'm a really good defensive basketball player, but I can't really shoot. I'm just not a good shooter. I take shots. I'm
you're like an
It's all
NBA
about effort.
Yeah, all defense.
but I'm learning to just take the shot, and it's better to take the shot than not. And I'm getting more confident in my shooting abilities. So it's been
You
a really.
miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Right.
It's true, and I'm
That sounds
also
like
you
I
always
mean,
say.
that has a huge asterisk after it.
what?
It's better to take the shot than not if you're good at shooting.
Right.
Well,
It's worse to shoot if
This
you
is the
stink
Paul
at shooting.
Westhead school.
You should pass the ball.
I pass a lot. I
basketball
pass a lot.
philosophy.
But I also had to learn a lot of fouling rules and I didn't grow up playing basketball, so you can't jump and not shoot the ball.
Cities.
yeah, that's a big
What are
no-no.
hidden
What?
rules in the game that most people don't
I don't know what
realize?
that has to do with fouling. Are you just
What?
jumping up and coming back down with the ball?
Jumping?
Sydney's like,
Yes.
I'm so good at defense. She's like stuffing her hand in other players' faces. She's like knocking him to the
You know,
ground.
that's not defense.
I fouled a lot. The commissioner of the league said I was really handsy.
The Bill Lambier of Brooklyn Saturdays basketball.
Summer basketball.
But it's a lot of fun. It's a co-ed game, it's a co-ed league, and they have a bracket. And for some reason, we somehow made it to the championships. We're an okay team. We're not the best though.
Is it because you?
One time I clotheslined somebody accidentally.
Coming up next. She leads the league in fouls and doesn't know what defense is. Sydney, two arms Emmanuel.
So yeah, I'm here instead, and my team's probably grateful.
Yeah, they're lamenting your loss. You know, it's funny that
I'm just picturing you fouling out of these Brooklyn Summer League games. Just like throwing your jersey on the ground, kicking over the folding
What are you
chair.
doing? Why are you hurting us?
That's the one good thing. The other teams are so hot-headed. Like everyone is at 100% at 9 a.m. and they will go after you. You know, like you foul and it's call your own fouls. So if they don't call it and you keep playing, oh boy,
If you knock them out, they don't call the foul.
they can't call a foul if they're unconscious.
Right.
you know, the modern NBA is very, very different. You probably wouldn't know from like 80s and 70s NBA. I was watching this video the other day. It was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I'm sure you've heard of, whether or not you're a fan.
I know him.
And he was guarding the basically the guy that was drafted overall going into that year. This is 70s, maybe even early 80s. He was the number one draft pick, and the guy was
Joe Barry Carroll.
It may have been. I didn't recognize the guy's name because I don't think he ever had a huge career afterwards. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I bet it was Joe Barry Carroll.
But he basically
He's with the Golden State, so.
he's trying to box out Kareem, and he just like elbows Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in his first NBA game after being the number one pick overall. And Kareem is like it knocked the wind out of him. And so Kareem steps back, the play ends, and Kareem just walks up and just punches the guy in the face, and then gets back on offense. Like And he probably just got like a foul for that. Maybe a flagrant, but maybe not. Like, and the NBA, like people just punch each other in the face all the time.
Yeah.
But you should see it. Like literally, Kareem's like, oh fuck, and he just goes to get back on offense and just wham, just gets the guy in the face.
Rudy Tomjanovich, like Charles Barkley would punch people. Oh, it was great.
Different game. Sounds like you would have fit really well.
Yeah, that's an 80s NBA.
Seems like he would have fit in really well with Kareem in the late 70s.
Yes. I would have been best friends with Kareem in the late 70s, I'm sure.
I think he'd like you, actually.
Kareem in his prime.
Yeah.
Which is weird because he was a martial arts guy. Very peaceful guy. Maybe
He was.
Pre-Bruce Lee.
Yeah. Had to manage that anger. Had to find some way.
I just want to.
I thought you were going to be like, who's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? That's
Does anyone know who Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is?
Oh, you might know him as Lou Alcindor. I know you're an older guy.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to take this opportunity to shine a light on the fact that Kate hasn't spoken.
Oh, would you say something, please?
Oh, she's got-
You need to make sure your mic works.
Right. Some
Got
people only
some
listen to the
opinions.
podcast.
Testing.
All right, it's on. It's on.
Here we
Kate,
go.
are you having a nice Saturday?
Oh yeah, I just like I don't. Play
Which championship are
sports.
you missing?
I'm like an indoor cat, you know. And like when we were all
Hockey.
together, where did we go last for tour? And we went we were bowling.
Oh, yeah.
And y'all were
Yes.
like, we're gonna bowl, and I was like, I'll just watch you play 3 games in a row. Like I'll do it like once for a minute, and then I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore.
You bowled, and you bowled
Yeah,
really
you
well.
seemed like you're
bowled
having
well.
a
I did
good time.
twice, and my nail hurt the second time.
Yeah. Indoor cat problem.
So
Yeah.
I have heard the name Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh, that's good.
before.
Good.
That's a good step.
I know that it's related to basketball.
Nailed
That's
it.
true.
I think Kate is speaking for 90% of those people that listen to
The
this
person that you
podcast right
mentioned
now.
before,
Yes.
that's my person.
Yeah.
Like,
What person?
The one who thinks you're all brewery.
Oh, yeah.
never met gamers like you who just go on about sports and statistics.
If people aren't familiar with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's basketball career that listen to the show, they may be familiar with his acting career.
First
because
Officer Roger Murdoch, you mean?
he was in Airplane, and he was also in Game of Death, which was Bruce Lee's last movie.
Yeah.
In the final scene of the movie, or the final scenes of the movie, Bruce Lee enters this house, and each level he has to fight a different guy. And on the top level, he has to fight Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who was one of his students at the time. He was studying Jeet Kune Do under Bruce Lee, and he's just like sitting in a chair and using his 7-foot-long legs to kick at Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
It's great. But
Really cool.
Kate, do you think Troy knows that you don't know about movies either?
Oh, that's
Do you
right.
think he
You know
brought
what?
up movies and sports today to
Shut the fuck
spite you?
it's not just for Kate.
I'm standing up for you.
I know about
No,
martial arts though. It really
He's
sucks.
mansplaining to me too.
It really
Yes.
sucks fighting someone who's like 7 feet tall and has long limbs when you're short. So
very
relatable.
true.
You
Yes.
kickbox. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I used to do a thing where like you would actually spar against people, and there was a really long, tall guy in my class, and I'd be paired with him, and he would just literally hold his hand out to my head.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Going
There's,
like this, "Let
there's
me
no
at him.
defense against
Let
that.
me at him.
He would just be like, whoop, like reach around with his Gumby arms and just like smack me.
Up until the point we learned that Sydney is assaulting the amateur basketball players of Brooklyn every weekend, I thought you were the most deadly of us.
I am. I just.
I think she actually is.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Sydney's a loose cannon, but
Kate is
But Kate
controlled.
it is an actual lethal
focused.
weapon.
Kate has killed a man.
Yeah.
Like, that's the difference.
Shut the fuck up.
Kate has.
I told you that in privacy. It'd be fun to watch you choke out Matthew. Not like kill him, just like
Yeah,
how
just put you to
fast.
sleep.
It'll happen.
Go to
sleep.
sleep,
Go to
little
sleep.
baby.
Go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
And Matthew really put up a fight, and then Matthew just like really. We should do that.
Next
Yeah, we
live show.
really
Let's
should
go
do that.
to the
Center of the
This
table.
table.
Let's do it.
Let's wrestle.
Knock all the laptops off.
Wrestling's fun.
Wrestling.
I've been
fun.
activated.
Wrestling is
Let's
fun.
go.
Let's go. She's ready.
I've been activated.
Sleeper cell.
She's like Jason Bourne.
It does surprise me, though, how little crossover there is between our listeners and sports fans. I always thought there would be more because
That's a good amount.
sports are the greatest thing in the world, and so I'm just surprised people aren't more into it.
I'm just gonna substitute what you just said for what you could say every time you get into this line of thought. I don't understand why people aren't me.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. Things would be so much easier for me, at least. But anyways, we're gonna go shoot some hoops, maybe toss around the pigskin and choke out Matthew, and we'll be back right after this quick break.
15, 13, 12, 11, 10.
oh, we're not even sweaty because we didn't actually do what I said. That was just a bit. Once again, I want to thank our sponsors. You got to see them in full force last week. Demiplane, Norse Foundry, and Foundry.
Your random number generating needs.
For all.
You're no.
I should end with Norse Foundry.
Yeah, I said I interrupted your.
You should try to break up Foundry VTT and Norse Foundry.
I know. We need new names for that. Foundry VTT, though. I mean, were you guys having fun with that last
Oh, that
week?
was amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Awesome.
And already we're starting to see like how helpful using Demiplane's tools are, just to be able to be like, oh, what's device stratagem? Oh, let me check. Shaboink! There it is. And then I did your work for you. However, not as helpful for Sydney, who doesn't know how to read. Which is a real...
All right.
Real uphill battle for old Sid.
It's fun to play a new class that you haven't played before on air and live.
With such kind, compassionate fellow
People.
gamers. Yeah.
Learning it live with no safety net.
No, she knows how to read, just not before the show.
Damn skid, get my ass.
Some icy hot on that.
Call foul on that?
Yeah, actually, I'm calling my own foul. That really hurt my heart.
I do want to say I have found this Demiplane. We were playing around with Demiplane, and then I was changing up the theme, and I found this hand-drawn heroics.
I like that
Yes.
one.
It's so
like
it
that
makes me happy every time.
Are
I
we
look
all
at
using it? I'm using it.
You're using
No,
it
I'm
too?
using
can't-
the Ouija board.
Oh.
Can't
that
use
one's
it
great.
when I'm
Wait, there's a
playing.
Ouija board?
Yeah, there's some really cool ones.
I don't use that garbage.
I'm using just
if I
like the
wanted to
dark
use that
one.
hand-drawn shit, I'd hand-draw a character sheet.
This is the cleanest thing that is maybe considered my handwriting I've ever seen.
It looks like
handwriting
Take
does
On
look-
Me. It's the Take On Me.
It's the
of-
take on
it
me
does.
of character
They
They have
sheets.
such cool names too, like Primal Life, Occult Mysteries. I'm doing Occult Mysteries. I changed
That's the
mine.
Ouija board one.
It's so cool.
I love
Yeah.
that mine is animated. It's good versus evil, and the whole time it actually shifts.
Yes.
Like the darkness rolls one way, then the light returns, all behind all your stats. and
Which
stuff.
one is that?
I don't know
I don't know. Yeah, no, it's Joe is
the name of it.
Joe and Skid's are my
Divine
favorite.
Portents
Okay.
Yeah, it's perfect for a.
for a cleric. Exactly.
Planchette on the Ouija board one moves around on your character sheet. Oh, it's
That's-
so fucking
I mean, it's
cool.
just those little details, just so sexy.
You guys ever get into Ouija boards?
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
No.
Big time. Are you afraid?
no, it doesn't. It's not real.
I think he sounds
So you,
afraid.
so you haven't.
It's not.
you haven't-
It's not real.
You haven't communed with the other side?
Why would I be afraid of another side that doesn't exist?
Oh, you mean a ghost?
It's not polite to make fun of my stutter.
I have a stutter and I say it's okay.
Thanks, Kate. I have a friend who has a stutter. And
I have a friend who has
And
a stutter.
now
She
what?
said it's okay for me to make fun of your stutter. That doesn't work.
That's how it works, definitely.
Let's talk about last week. Last week, you're making your way to disrupt a ritual, maybe not, that this rebel oak steward by the name of Bolin Nagasso may or may not be conducting at the real arches, because he stole the Shadewither key, this artifact that was in the possession of the oak stewards, the thing that controls the gateways. This is a big deal. But they have so much going on back in Seven Arches, they can't really deal with this. You meet with one of the oak stewards, a friendly, and she tells you what the deal is. And so you're going out there to make a very powerful ally in the oak stewards while also pursuing this mystery of what happened on the night of the missing moment. And you know that the guards that were guarding the real Seven Arches all walked through, and only one walked back, this Bolin Nagasso. So you have a vested interest in finding Bolin and seeing what's going on. You'll be able to learn a lot to bring back to Dr. Riddleson.
He makes me think of Mance Rayder for some reason.
I get
Game of
similar
Thrones.
vibes.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta look up who's that again?
King Beyond the
He
Wall.
was
King Beyond the
King
Wall.
King Beyond
in
the
the
Wall. He was like a rogue. What's
Night Watchman.
Yes.
Night's Watch.
Brother of the Night's Watch.
Brother of the Night's Watch, who like went out like on his own and
I never came back.
Yeah. They did him dirty in the TV show, but
Yeah, but it was Kieran Hines.
Kieran Hines was amazing.
Yeah,
but
he's
the
amazing.
character was not.
the book, obviously, the book fleshes him out in a much more interesting way, I think.
Agreed.
However, you come upon some Gorgas. You've been hearing ever since episode 1 that like there's been an uptick of attacks by these Gorgas. You now know, having faced them, that this is a big deal. These things are ferocious. They're terrible. They bite away at your shadow, leaving you with piercing damage, making them more powerful. They can jump among the shadows to be like on you in a second. Nasty creatures. This is why they've raised the security at the fake arches, why there are more patrols. It's another thing, another reason why they're not sending people able to deal with Bolin. They're trying to protect the city because of the uptick in the attacks of these Fey shadow creatures. So
I mean, it's to me, I think Brother Ramius is like what we're walking into here. This strange differentiation is like they must be doing something with the shadow plane. It's like I would think the shadow plane is what's crossing over because these creatures they're outsiders, right? Like they're extraplanar.
umbral.
Well, they're Fey, actually.
They are Fey,
So maybe they're
but-
not outsiders, but it's like this crossover of the shadow plane would draw them, I would guess, and or they come from it. I don't know.
We've also, I guess this is not the best comparison, but we've encountered some a misalliance between the Fey and the shadow plane. It didn't end well for us in
That's right.
SideQuest Side.
That's right, man. That was some deep stuff.
We've dabbled a little bit in the Fey and the Shadow Plane and some of other shows, but here you're seeing what happens when things cross over, because as you defeat the Gorgas, heal up and move forward, you see a portion of the clearing between you and the real arches all in like black and white, monochromatic, starting to creep towards you. The air around you feels different. Lucky and her cat-like senses can perceive this difference, and it starts to overcome you. Everybody roll for initiative.
Okay.
My God.
Well, we did that last episode. So,
Let's do a fresh initiative.
oh, we got to do it again. Okay.
Roll for initiative, of course, brought to you by Norse Foundry.
Norse Foundry is rolling some Naish.
For all your random number generating needs.
Do you want me to use stealth or my
Yeah,
perception?
perception is.
Whatever you want.
Whatever you said you were doing. Some of you were using stealth. Others of you were metagaming and saying my stealth is bad, so I'm going to use perception. I don't want to name names, but it was most of you. Brother Ramius.
It's not metagaming.
No,
That's
it's
knowing you're not good at
using-
stealth as a character
It's being a
and
min-maxing
keeping a lookout.
munchkin. You're a min-maxing munchkin. And
Min-maxing.
It's tough to say. Min-maxing munchkin. You're a min-maxing munchkin.
You gonna take that?
What'd you roll?
9.
Munchkin.
That's such a munchkin roll.
Munchkin roll.
Typical munchkin roll.
Talitha B.
15 with stealth.
Okay. You'll
It's less.
you sleep with yourself. Lucky.
12.
12 for Lucky, I guess.
I would have rather used perception.
Unlucky. Yes, no, you did say you were stealthing. Zephyr.
11 with stealth.
Zoink Scoob. What about Buggles?
I also got a 9 with
Whoa,
perception.
guys.
We're not ready.
No.
I mean, this is kind of...
It would have been a 10 if I weren't frightened.
That's right.
I'm frightened.
We're at a cap because of it. This seepage, perhaps from the shadow plane, perhaps from another plane of existence, warping the terrain, starts to wash over you. Everybody roll a fortitude save.
Jeez.
I know it's your favorite, Joe,
Dude,
especially at early levels.
this is really unfair. It's actually unfair is the simple word.
Oh, Matthew.
No, Matthew, no.
Oh, no.
Now, keep in mind, some of you have a bottle cap. Some of you have multiple bottle caps, but I am stingy with them. Feel free to use them if you want. You have to use them before the result is put out. So if I put the result out, this is going to be our rule. If I say, oh, you fail, you're this or that, you cannot use your cap.
I'm turning in my cap.
Oh, he threw it right at me. He hit poor Matt, our cameraman.
He's down.
Matt is down. Oh, no. Medic. Oh, no. Medic. Camera 6. Camera 6.
I rolled marginally better.
Oh, no.
Okay, let's go around the horn here.
Oh, we're done.
What did you get, Brother Ramius?
I got an 11.
And what did you get, Talitha?
I also got an 11.
Okay. Zephyr.
19 total.
Okay.
It's all right. It's good.
Respectable.
Very respectable 19. Lucky.
15.
15. Not as respectable. Buggles.
I got a 22.
Respectable.
Buggy.
Wrong little guy.
Okay.
Is this a disease or poison?
No.
Answer the question. Oh, you did.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, you did.
Stop lying!
All right, so this is kind of awesome. Buggles and Zephyr, you are not only unaffected by this, you are immune to whatever
Yes.
power is seeping into this for at least 24 hours. However, the rest of you will take some damage. And I'm going to roll them separately so you can all feel bad in different ways. Brother Ramius, you're going to take, of course, 8 points of
my God.
force damage.
Force damage.
Yep.
And he's just knocked to the ground.
Wow.
out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Talitha, I'll tell you what's actually happening. Whatever planar warping is going on here, it's creating microscopic tears inside of your body.
Oh no.
As the cross-planar contamination is getting inside
It's
of you.
like the bends. It's like cross-planar bends.
Yeah, dimensional bends.
Yeah.
Traveling too fast. We're coming up too fast.
My baby's got the bends. You're taking 6 points, Talitha. And then, I don't know, Lucky.
This is so dumb.
All right, let's pause for an hour while we all heal. Otherwise, we're gonna die.
Yeah, and then
All right,
we
we'll
back
rest
up.
for 8 hours.
You're in combat. Let's roll, and then 8 points.
Oh
for
my
Lucky.
gosh.
What are you laughing about? You got 8 points too.
It's madness.
I will warn you, if you don't like this, you're not going to like this episode and probably the rest of this adventure. But here's the good news. It's now your turn to try and figure out what the hell is going on. Talitha, you will begin. Now, here's what I'll tell you. You did an Arcana check to try and figure this out. You feel like there is a magical way that you could maybe abate this, perhaps dispel magic, perhaps another Arcana check to quell this, but you don't know how many or how much could actually stop this.
I rolled a natural 20 on that Arcana check.
There
as
we
I
go.
recall.
You did. You
So,
did. You did.
Dude.
You did.
You dude.
So I could continue. I don't have access to magic. I could roll more Arcana checks. I also am close to death, so I'm gonna have to do something about that.
Okay. Do you want to start with an Arcana check?
Start with an Arcana check.
Okay.
22.
22. Explain to me how you will this to stop.
I can think through this. I know. I can work my way through the problem. And she tries to think about it completely empirically, right? She's going to think about, okay, I understand what this is. I understand what this is. I understand the two worlds colliding, and maybe I can just think my way through this problem. And I work out,
Mind over matter.
mind over matter. And I'm like, oh no, I'm giving in a certain way. I can communicate with my will to kind of separate the two worlds, so I don't have them commingling within me.
Share this with the rest of your team. Teach them the way.
Yes, you heard me say that all out.
Okay. So, with such inspiring words, all of you begin to really think this away. And if you have your eyes closed and you begin to open them, you see that this seepage begins to abate. And
Shut your eyes, Marion.
it kind of
Don't look at
it.
It kind of grows around you in some ways, and then pathways open up ahead. So there's like color and black and white.
We can. I know. Follow the path. There's a way through this.
And you have at least stopped this seepage for the time being. What do you want to do?
Are we still in combat?
Ow!
You are out of combat.
Oh no. Does anyone have any healing potions or anything? I feel like I've lost almost half my hit points from fucking nothing.
I'm gonna need to. I think I'm gonna need to treat wounds.
I'm so sick.
Thank the gods we have a cleric.
So
We all look at Brother Amos.
Help us.
All right. I'm just going to go ahead and kill us all. Let's just get all of our deaths out of the way and we can create a new
You
party.
do a 3-action channel?
Yeah, so that's what he's going to do. He's going to pray. But I mean, this is like a very limited resource at level 1.
Yeah.
He
we
is
don't
going
need
to
it.
pray.
Maybe you don't
Buggles
want to
and,
do it.
Buggles
They didn't
and
get rid of
Zephyr, we
Yeah.
succeed our
Yeah, but we
save.
still 3 of us
Yeah.
need healing.
Yeah.
I think it's valuable enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, using 3 actions, he's going to pray, and we do not pass through this dark place alone. The Keeper guides our way. The Keeper guides our steps. And this glow comes out from him. It's metaphysical glow, giving everybody some hit points back. 1 hit point.
Oh my god!
1 hit point.
There's no way. There's no way.
And that's gone for the day. So this is it. Like the party is going.
That's
really.
a
3-action channel, and it's 1.
There's no
One,
plus.
It's just a
there's-
D6.
There's no modifier.
That was a
1
D8,
hit.
by the way.
A D8 plus.
You want to use a bottle cap?
Plus your wisdom mod. Nothing.
Can you take that die and throw it in the trash?
I think you should take
yes.
your body and throw it.
Whoa, that made a cool ripple.
That was good. I mean,
Okay.
I feel
every day.
I feel
Moderately
Apparently,
a little bit.
he turns to you.
nominally
we are on our own.
Gods have abandoned us.
The
My God has
keeps us
abandoned
no
me
more.
after a lifetime of service. You know what? Fuck him. I'm giving up my faith.
I renounce my faith.
That's my first.
There are no gods.
First sign of
My
trouble.
one hit point goes away.
At the first uphill battle, he is going to give up his
God
faith.
abandons you.
This is nasty.
That was my
All right, so when
Monk is like,
seeing the brother Ramius is completely ineffective. What
No,
do you
he's
do
going to
help?
say we're going to have to make our own way. That's all there is to it. I mean, can we take 10 minutes?
Sure.
We're
Is
out of-
anything bearing down on us?
We're out of combat, he said.
Whatever's going on up ahead, again, the tall grass is making it difficult to see. You're a little closer now. You see several figures, and there's like something, it looks like something like thrashing, like in front of the arches. It's casting a very strange shadow. It's the deeper ahead of you, like basically the further away from you that this scene is happening, the darker it's getting. So it's still, there's like some torch lights flickering up there, but you don't know. You have time.
Yeah.
The only ticking clock is the possibility that there's some sort of ritual that needs to be disrupted.
Going to have it, and he starts ripping from his backpack that he has with all these books. He starts pulling these bandages out, and where these sort of openings happened, he's going to treat wounds.
sorry. I'm still
Stop laughing at me.
Right? Every campaign, you're like, we need a cleric. And finally, we're like, all right, great, we have a cleric, but it's you.
I've said,
I know that's the
I
one.
couldn't have said this more often. But like, I will disappoint this character so deeply. Like, I will make him and then destroy his reputation.
The most
In short
cleric-y
order.
of clerics.
Yeah.
He gives him his fifth.
All right. Maybe he's tugging the bandages a little tight on Talitha while he's working on it. Let's see. That is a success. And I wish I would have done the John, because then I could have gotten you even more HP.
A little more context.
But yeah, he's.
What?
Yeah,
Done John.
what are you
come on,
doing?
Philly
If I
Joe.
would have upped the DC for myself, I would have given him more healing, but I didn't want to risk it. So
You're just treating wounds?
Yeah, he's just going to treat wounds on Talitha. This is 10 minutes of work. He's like trying to hide in one of these shadowy areas, and it gives you 11 hit points.
There you go.
Amazing.
Of bandages.
I'm up to full.
How are you feeling? You need it.
Use some.
Yeah. All right. So he's going to take another 10 minutes and do the same, and attempt the same.
Yeah.
I've never worked with a catfolk before. 16, so that's a success. So he does do it.
As you
and-
spend this second 10 minutes, you now feel this thickness in the air and this like crackling energy. The hairs on the back of your neck and all over your body start to stand up. So that feeling that Talitha had of the air being warped is something that all of you feel. Like you can almost feel a change if you move your hands forward. It's like you're pushing through some unseen force.
God. So yeah, he's like putting these bandages on.
I'll borrow some of your bandages and work on you while you're working on Lucky. just
Oh,
in case.
amazing.
Oh,
Like
cool.
a massage train.
So he's working on Lucky, and like
Natural 15.
amazing. So he's working on Lucky, and the change in like almost like a change in pressure, right? It's like where you feel like
ears
you've
pop.
going, you're
Yeah.
going too deep underwater, and your eyes start to feel like they're like squeezing together, and he's just trying to focus, and he does. He gives you 9 points of healing.
You get 13.
Oh my God, amazing! All right.
I'm back up. Yep.
So, Talitha, incredible work, incredible. And maybe,
I've learned from
maybe
watching
you're
you,
like
brother.
you see an opening that has like torn in his robe, where you're, where you said like in your sides or whatever, like you start to get this like tearing feeling, and as you go to treat wounds on Brother Ramius, you see that the skin underneath his robes is like mangled with burn scars.
She says nothing at all.
And you've never seen this before.
Old burn scars.
Yeah, old burn scars.
She makes
Disfigured skin.
She makes a mental note but says nothing.
Yeah.
We have to keep
And
going.
all right, yeah.
Yep.
Thank you, Brother Ramius.
Yes. Thank you, Brother Ramius.
Thank you, Talitha. Let's go. Let's go.
Buggles, come on.
Trying to show some strength.
I'm trying.
I know.
My feet won't move.
It's okay to be scared. It's actually good to be scared. It keeps you safe.
And he's just like willing himself to kind of waddle up behind. Continue with the group.
And you push forward.
Yeah.
You push forward through the clearing, through the waist-high grass, towards this arch. whatever business is going on underneath. You start to see what's happening when you get about 40 feet away. The clearing starts to open up, and up ahead are 7 arches of gray-brown basalt looming around the center of this forest clearing where all this is going down. And in the middle of it all is a crude wooden altar covered with vines. Oh, man. Buggles, you almost fall over in fear as you see hogtied to the altar is a unicorn.
Would you stop?
My
daughter watches this show.
A unicorn, she should not be. It is
That's a poor parenting choice.
a unicorn with blood like trickling down from where its horn is all over its face, and it's just like writhing and bleeding deliriously. Despite 2 lines of thin torches around the altar, shadows clog the entire area like a thick mist. You see 3 oak stewards. They look like oak stewards. They are dressed the same way as the men that were guarding the fake arches, standing around the altar. But unlike the oak stewards you saw before, Al Michaels and Dan Deerdorf,
Yes.
these 3 all wear eerie leaf-shaped masks covering their faces. And they have the same staves that the guards had at the arches, but their staves have like all these knotty wood and vines crawling out of them, maybe with some flowers on the end. And one of them is over near the unicorn. It's kind of like coming towards it and then pulling back as it's thrashing and like grabbing its head. And it has its dagger in one hand, staff in the other, and it's trying to like cut the horn off of its face.
Oh my God.
The 2 in the back are watching this. They turn and they see you. Roll for initiative.
Oh no.
Dude.
And
This is some dark shit.
Yet again, roll for initiative brought to you by Norse Foundry.
Oh, your random number generating need. As
You-
long
you need
as
a
you
drop
don't
of your own
need a
voice.
number higher than 12.
You're going to need all the power of Norse Foundry because the Gatewalkers adventure path is about to begin.
It opens with cutting the horn of a unicorn against its will.
What have we been doing so far?
You just mentioned unicorn the other day.
Yeah.
You were
Yeah.
going through like, what about a fake horse, like a unicorn or a pegasus? You're like, yes, that I would also be afraid of that.
Fae freaking creatures, man.
This is also something very similar to this happen in
Harry Potter.
Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Potter.
Well, I know it's like something happens in
Florida.
Aslan, but I think they like sacrifice a unicorn too.
I'm remembering something vaguely familiar.
Yeah.
I remember I remember there's a power associated with the horn of a unicorn. You kill a unicorn.
Virility.
take its horn.
Oh, it was in the sci-fi show The Magicians that I watched. I think they
Ooh,
have
I
to
love
get
that show.
blood from a unicorn, and it has like magical.
trash.
Is that based on the book? Is it
Yes.
Lev?
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
I read that. I like
I
the
read
book
that.
a lot.
Yeah, it's a
Book
good
is
book.
great.
Show's fun.
There's a couple. There's a few of them.
Yes, there is.
See the Futurama where they want Fry's nose, the human
Yeah,
horn?
human horn. Yeah.
Human horn.
oh yeah.
Classic. It's an aphrodisiac.
Why do you take the nose instead of the wing dang doodle? The nose was the wing dang doodle. No.
Lucky, what'd you get?
I got a 19.
A 19 with your Norse Foundry dice.
I did with my like ebony dark wooden die.
Nice.
Come in wood.
Yeah,
Come in wood? That might not be from Norse Foundry.
it is.
Talitha, what'd you get?
I got a 14 with my
14.
Norse Foundry Opalite Boulder.
All right, calm down.
You guys are embarrassing yourselves. Just say your number and move on.
Joey O.
19. My Norse Foundry.
Zephyr.
17.
17 for Zephyr. And Buggles. 14 for Buggles, who is now petrified by this scene. Allow me to click.
Let me just clarify. I'm also petrified by this scene. I don't want to speak for the other PCs, but this is not just a Buggles thing.
I'm actually going to go frightened too.
You don't want to do do that.
I am.
All right.
No.
I'm gonna go frightened too.
What?
Can I have his bottle cap?
You already said it at the start.
You got a good idea for a backup? I did fascinated. That's not right. Frightened. All right, so Buggles is frightened too. I mean, it makes sense. This is, if the dogs were bad, a unicorn being tortured, horrible. Okay, can everybody see the map?
Yes.
That unicorn is
I mean,
large.
I can't see anything.
Wait. Why is the horn so big?
That's a big old
know
horn.
they were
It's a
that
big old horn.
Yeah, some of you
Well,
obviously.
now I know why they're cutting it off. That looks like a valuable horn.
Oh, I'm sorry. Does that make it okay to you, Joe?
I mean, look, everything's got a
A lot
price.
of horn to go around.
Some of you can see better than others. Obviously, Talitha and Buggles can see everything in black and white. The rest of you don't understand why those torches aren't giving off a little more light to be able to see these oak stewards around the periphery. These shadows that are clogging, something unnatural is going on here. We are in combat, and it is Lucky. Well, actually, Lucky and Brother Ramius both tied initiative. When you tie with the enemy goes first, but you guys can decide amongst yourselves.
Why don't you go first? Because I feel like you would be able to help,
Yeah.
unless you want me to. Well, it's up
I'll go first. I think that this is a really scary situation. He's going to say, give me a moment. I can generate light. But he's going to prioritize your ability to defend yourself first. So he's going to reach. I can't see who's who. Who is next to me?
Lucky is top right.
Yeah, I'm.
Zephyr's in the middle.
Yeah, and don't waste an action moving. I just arbitrarily put.
Yeah.
you
So I'm
guys
going to I'm just going to put myself next to Lucky, and then I'm going to reach out. What is your primary weapon? Is it your? It's not a comma, right? It's
Primary is a Kopesh.
Kopesh. So he's going to reach out to your Kopesh, and he's going to close his eyes and whisper words of prayer and ask for the Keeper's intercession here to strengthen your weapon. So he's going to touch your weapon, and this orange light just like starts to like glow around it. He's going to cast Magic Weapon on your Kopesh.
Oh, cool.
Which will make it a +1 striking.
Oh, wow. Damn.
Yeah.
Dope.
That's cool.
And he'll say, just give me a moment, and I'll bring forth light. And he's then going to fall back behind you.
Okay.
That's why I miss playing at first level because that's an enormous difference.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Enormous.
especially in TUI, even more so in TUI, where every little bonus helps. All right, Lucky, it's your turn. What do you want to do here?
Before you step back, how long does that last?
I don't know, however long the Keeper sees fit. May he be with you. And he disappears into the underbrush. No,
Might be less after I just renounced him.
He might,
Existence.
he might be mad at me. I don't,
He might be mad, given what I said a moment ago.
it lasts 1 minute.
Okay, I'm debating if I should run up and try to attack while I have it or be more stealthy because there's 3 dudes and I don't want to get up in the mix if that's not like our plan.
Are you stealthy?
They see
They
us.
see us.
They have like these, it looks like goggles or they probably can see in the dark.
Mask on.
Yeah. Or
I would delay or fall back, basically. Like, let them come to us so that we're all able to do what we want to them. As opposed to, if you go up there, we don't know their initiative, they could all 3 come
Yeah.
around you and you could just go down in the
All right, so you know what? She's going to.
Talitha will put her arm on your arm. Be like, I have an idea.
Old.
Give me a minute.
Just wait.
Hold.
She wants to get in the fight so bad.
Show
She's
your
got this-
fangs.
She's got this like
That's awesome.
Kopesh and her wakizashi, and she was like ready to charge in. Maybe she's not used to working like as a team, and she's like, "Fine, okay." And she,
What are you going to do? Do it fast.
I delay.
Little delay from Lucky. And now it goes to Zephyr.
This better be good.
I'm gonna.
Oh.
I wanna shoot.
Well, let me try my thing. This-
You wanna try your thing?
And then,
Man. So Zephyr looks to you in the darkness, ready to shoot.
We should stay all bunched up like this.
so let me try. I have an idea.
Oh man. You can listen to her.
Okay. Trust me.
Really trusting.
I will trust you.
You know she talks shit when you're
I
not
think-
here.
I think
Remy.
at the very least, I might be able to buy us time to get into a better, more advantageous position.
Okay.
All right.
I delay.
I am nervous.
I'm very nervous.
I'm nervous for you. Well, it is Talitha's turn.
Okay. All right.
Thank
Well, we're
God.
great then.
So Talitha
Good
will
choice, Kate. Good choice.
will raise her arm in the air and say, "Hello there.
What?
Hello?
What are you doing?
And step forward and say, is this the camp of one Bolan Nagasso?
Oh no.
We have been sent to assist you from your allies in Seven Arches.
Roll deception.
This was her plan. This was her plan.
It's not that bad.
It's not that good either.
Well,
I can provide more details.
All Brother Amius's extent of his experience with Talitha's disguising is just going, ladies' night. So yeah, it's just.
Does that sound anything like Talitha's voice?
No, I'm saying this is great.
Pretty close.
I rolled terribly. So and I've used my bottle cap, so it's going to. It's a 12.
It's a 12. And maybe you see one of them look to the other one. Oh, good. Step forward into the light so I can see you even better.
What?
Step forward into the light so we may see you better.
I can't hear you. Can you come closer?
Oh, we will.
Oh no.
How many actions did you say that was?
3. No. I would say that's one action.
That's fair.
All right. And then I will. Let me just make sure here. What I'm gonna do.
I have an idea.
Well, if I had
Remember those words, folks. Famous last
the
words.
idea was solid. The roll was terrible.
Yeah.
Okay, Talitha is going to take an opportunity to recall knowledge on the unicorn,
Okay.
since
That should be Arcana.
Arcana, right?
Yeah, on the...
Or is it nature?
Or maybe
is it
nature.
Fey?
you could do Arcana or Nature. That's
Arcana
right here
it
on
is.
Foundry.
Natural 1.
Take a new die.
Oh,
Yeah.
You've never seen such a majestic
For all
roll.
your random number
Walrus.
generating needs.
What a big dog.
Why would they be sacrificing a walrus? Perhaps a narwhal.
I think you're thinking of a narwhal.
Narwhal needs water. Hurry!
No, they're gonna drown it in the air.
You're gonna air drown that narwhal.
Drown that narwhal!
That's
She
what-
screams into
That's
the
what dry
night.
drowning
What
is.
But you rolled a natural one. You know what the hell's going on.
Gonna air drown that narwhal.
I think Talitha has lost her mind.
Thing is thrashing about, drowning in the air.
Let's share that information.
They need salt water, not fresh water. Salt.
Okay, and then I'm
Any
gonna
other ridiculous actions?
Remember, everyone delayed for this.
hate you all.
I have an idea.
I thought it was like a mechanical thing. It's just like, I have something very
Yeah,
special.
I thought he was going to dimension door all of us to the other side.
First level.
Cast
I
invisibility.
didn't know it was just waving.
I'm going to do a quick tincture and pop a mutagen.
Okay, a little
Okay.
tink and a mute.
Little tink and a mute.
Taking a mute.
Just a little tink and a mute.
Classic tink and a mute.
All right, now is that one action to do both?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Lucky and Buggles, do you? No, Lucky and Zephyr, do you want to do anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna move now.
Do you want to try to parlay with them?
Well, that was my thing. I didn't.
You delay.
It was advantageous not for you to move up, but you could attack from right.
What?
I would like to.
We want
attack
them
range.
coming to
I was
us.
just gonna move into a wider.
Oh, that's fine. But if you wanted to, like, you know,
No.
go in and attack. All right.
Well, Lucky, you've got the first chance if you want to do something, and then.
Yeah. I just want to move. I want to draw them at least further away from this entire group of people, so I can at least fight somebody when it comes to that. So Lucky is gonna.
Right, but hold on. Let me just throw one thing out.
Go ahead.
If they walk toward you at all, you can go fight them. If you use this action to just move out there, you can't fight them this round. You know what I mean? Like you're delaying.
I think she's concerned about us being clumped together.
Yeah,
for
I'm more.
spells,
I'm more
blasts.
concerned about the group.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think it's a little bit meta for me to think that they don't have breath weapons or something, but they could.
Yep.
They could
They're
blast us.
druids. They could blast us.
Yeah, they could.
I'm gonna move.
Okay.
I'm gonna move double my movement. I'm gonna stride twice,
Okay.
50 feet to the side, trying to just like create a distraction or like confuse them. What is she doing? And then I'm going to.
What is she doing?
Nobody knows. I'm going. Not even her.
He's fanning out to the east.
I'm going to. I move to the east of the group, and I'm going to demoralize the closest one that I can see.
Going to attempt.
Demoralize.
You
Intimidating
can't. But
glare.
Can I see them?
you can't see them. Can you see them on the map?
Well, it's a flat check,
Yeah, but
right?
she's just using her voice. Yeah, you're using your voice.
Yeah.
Absolutely, you can do it.
Like I'm intimidating them.
She knows they're there.
Okay.
They talk.
We just had a conversation.
And also,
She's not doing a tribal dance to try and scare him. She's like, hey, what do you say?
I say, why don't you come out here closer to me unless you're scared?
All right, roll.
Are you
your,
scared? Are you scared?
I'll let
I'm
you know.
scared.
That was scary.
I was scared before, though.
That's
To be
interesting.
fair, I was already.
I was pre-scared, but
I rolled something interesting.
Okay.
What is it?
Only 20 things you could have rolled.
well, I've never seen a result like that before. Oh, God, I have to look this up.
That's a 13.
13.
Pretty scary.
Oh, don't worry. We're coming.
Okay.
Do you have any actions left?
No.
Double move out and attempt to demoralize. They don't seem to be shook by your words or the words of Ladies' Night Talitha over there.
Oh, ladies' night.
I take issue with that. That was a completely different character.
That was, what was it? Did you do like a whole character story on that?
That was Rhonda.
We
That was
dressed
Rhonda.
up. Yeah, and that was Rhonda.
That was Mara.
oh, Mara.
And Brenda?
And Bertha.
Bertha.
Oh, right, Mara, yeah.
Mara and Bertha.
This is the thing, we didn't talk about it ahead of time, but it was Rhonda for Talitha.
Okay.
In my head, it was always
Yes, and
Next time, let me in on that.
He yes-anded your Mara.
But really,
And I
She
raise
was
you.
yes-anded your Mara.
I raise you, Bertha.
All right, Zephyr, it's your turn if you want it. Now, keep in mind where you don't have dark vision and they're just like little milky pools here, unless you're going after the unicorn, it's going to be a DC 11 flat check where they are essentially hidden to you in the darkness.
Gotta take
I'll
out the
take
unicorn.
that. What?
It's the only target you can see. You gotta take out the unicorn.
No, we gotta save the unicorn.
Otherwise, just standing around doing nothing.
Save the unicorn. Make the cannoli.
All right, so gonna take one action to quickly enter my monastic archer stance so I can do my flurry of blows
Awesome.
with 2 arrows. So yeah, she hunkers down just a little bit, quickly shoots off 2 arrows
come
at the one
on.
closest to me. Oh, that flat. Was it the flat check first?
No, it's
Yes. Flat check is
flat
first.
check first, sure.
By the book.
Is it?
Well, you were gonna say something
Yes.
different.
Flat check is first.
If that's first, then yeah.
Flat check is a 7.
So fail.
So that's a fail. Nothing happens. So I'm gonna boot scoot.
No, it's
and-
each shot.
It's each shot.
Each shot. yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just for the one.
So
Okay.
we'll shot with
Flat
the
check
flat
for the
check.
second one. 19.
There you go.
Okay, so now you
So
can
that's
attack.
going to be a +3 to my roll. So that's 14 to hit.
Miss.
Frick. So I'm gonna boot scoot over to behind this Ayudara looking thing,
Sayudara looking
and
thing.
by doing that, I exit my stance.
Okay. I'd say where you're standing right there, you would get any sort of cover from ranged attacks. I'll give you a basic cover there.
So the stance lasts until you move.
It lasts until I do something to like not follow
Utilize
its
it.
rules
Okay.
of being in it. That's kind of how you dismiss it.
Okay.
Buggles. What is going through your mind right now?
Buggles is absolutely terrified. This is like seeing a magical version, a magical, fantastical version of a thing that you're already super scared of. He was already scared. He's terrified. With a trembling hand, he's going to lift up and try to cast a ray of frost at the nearest. That is a cracked die.
You're about 40 feet away from the nearest one.
Yep,
You
I
have
got a
perfect
60-foot
sight.
range, so that is an 11. I'm sure that's a miss.
Miss.
but that's a flat check, isn't it? Oh, no, you have dark vision.
I have dark vision. He, with his third action, he's going to cast shield, and he's shaking, and he's going to like squeeze his eyes shut. A little bit of tears like kind of get squeezed out as he closes his eyelids, and he says like,
Please, I need you. Come to me.
Heartbreak.
Oh, he's so sad.
Heartbreaking. It's Oak Stewart time. And there are 3 of them.
I mean, isn't that
Talitha
strange?
puts a hand to like comfort Buggles, standing right behind her.
All right. The first one up is the one that is nearest Lucky. First action, he is going to slide forward a little bit closer to Lucky, but still keeping some distance. Let's see here. I'm actually going to get about 10 feet away from you. And then he's going to throw a dagger. at you.
He's throwing a dagger at me?
Sure is, and misses with a 9. Oh.
Yeah, he better.
Throws a dagger, misses with a 9, and then we'll slide back where he was standing before. The one in the middle. Yes, the one in the middle that was sawing off the unicorn's horn will take 2 actions to stride forward about 10 feet away from Talitha, and will also, using the dagger that he was using to try and saw off the horn, will throw that bloody dagger at Talitha. And I think that's going to be a miss as well.
Okay.
A 15.
That is a miss. And when he approaches, if he can see in the dark, he might notice that Talitha's skin has kind of hardened and come together like scales.
Oh.
And her pupils have started to dilate and kind of narrow, almost like
An iguana.
dragons. Or an iguana.
What is going on? The Talitha Iguana!
You're some kind of dragonkin nonsense? What?
Is that...
Is that in Pathfinder? What?
It's an iguana.
It's an iguanakin?
Are you an iguana?
You guys, I've been meaning to tell you. I'm not a human lady. I'm a lady iguana.
Had me fooled.
The one way in the back moves 50 feet forward. That's 2 stride actions, and then we'll also throw a dagger at Talitha, but this one will take a penalty because the range of the dagger is only 10, so it's going to be a -2. Very low chance to hit, and misses with a 16.
Yeah, just
And
clinks off her scaled skin.
Wow.
clinks off her scaled skin. What is going on with Talitha? That's the end of round 1. We'll be back with round 2 right after this break.
Saint Michael brings out his holy sword, places his heel upon the neck of the serpent. For now, the hour is struck, the trumpet has been sounded, the dead shall walk again. The serpent comes, but upon all of them he shall place the mark of the beast.
Round 2. So far, it doesn't seem so bad. Seems pretty damn easy.
Yeah, these guys, they stink with a dagger.
They were not good at it. But yet they all still hold this strange staff with all of these weird vines growing out of it. The vines look to almost be moving in what little light there is here. And it is Brother Ramius' turn.
He is going to pray for the intercession of light. So he's going to cast light first 2 actions, and then he is going to, depending on what he sees, because he can't see anything. Like when I look at this map, I see the unicorn in the distance by the firelight, but then all my allies and all the enemies, it's like on Foundry, it's just like a little acoustic pulse. So like I could see that there's something there, but I don't know who's who or anything. So yeah, all right, so now that he can see a little bit better, he's going to start moving east toward one of these gates, back toward where,
Where Zephyr is?
Yeah, where Zephyr is. There we go.
Okay.
And, if this is actual darkness, then this should have 20 feet of bright light and 20 feet of dim light.
Yep. And that's what it's set for.
Oh, yeah, great.
Yeah,
that's
awesome.
Yeah, so actually last time, the last combat you have, I was giving you 20-20. I've got to make it 20 bright, 40 dim. That's cool. So that changes everything. Now, when you click on Brother Ramius, you can see all 3 of the Rebel Oaks.
Yes, so now I can see them all.
And
they would be concealed to me now as opposed to hidden.
Yep, but look, you can't see Talitha because she's behind a wall.
No, I can see Talitha. I can't
not
see,
Talitha, Lucky.
Lucky.
Oh, yeah, I'm just in the shadow and behind the wall.
No idea where she is.
No idea. Hopefully you'll see her again, but you don't know.
Isn't that wall an arch? Doesn't it have a big opening in the center?
It does, but
No, but I can't see her, because she's in the darkness.
yeah, she's right at the edge of the darkness. All right, it is Talitha's turn.
Okay, so I made a mistake. It doesn't affect anything, but I do need to spend a separate action to take the tincture. So I will do that to resolve it. I'll take it now.
Fair.
You rolled low enough that it didn't matter.
I don't like your tone, but okay.
So first action tincture. Second action will be.
Oh, man.
Ooh. I will stride. I will take a step up actually
Okay.
to
Step up 2.
the first oak steward, or I don't know, demon oak steward. I don't know, what are we calling
What'd
them?
you call
Dark
it?
Oaks.
Dark
Rebel Oak Steward.
And I will take a strike with the rapier,
Okay.
and surely miss with a 13.
Ooh, bad time to miss. Yeah, unfortunately. No good. Lucky. We need you.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do something weird.
Do you have to?
Yeah, this is
You have
definitely a time. This is
You
definitely a
have to?
time to get creative. Yeah.
You're the fighter.
I really want to cut this unicorn free.
We could do that when they're all dead, easily.
But what if it can help us with its horn?
I love it.
Maybe.
Is there a knowledge check you can roll to see if that would happen?
I tried that. For some reason, I didn't know anything
didn't-
about unicorns.
It
Oh,
didn't work. Can I roll?
Walrus eye.
What could I roll for the unicorn knowledge?
It'd be Arcana or Nature.
Okay.
Wait. Don't let them talk you out of your cool idea.
Well, a free action. I'm just thinking it.
Not free.
It's not free.
free,
Well, I'm
yeah.
not going to do it then.
You
You gotta pay.
you do what you feel is right.
I run up to the unicorn.
First action.
Stride action. I use my Kopesh to cut its hog ties. Second
Cut its
action.
horn off and finish the job.
This is how you do it, you
She
incompetent.
holds up the bloody horn.
told you we were here to help.
I said.
I'm Bola now.
I am the captain now.
Open the gates.
The gate lights up. She drinks blood out of the horn.
I take the horn and
I am become
Crush.
gate.
Smears it across your face.
I would like to interact with the ropes and cut the ropes.
You cut the ropes binding the unicorn, and it just like starts terrifiedly shrieking and turns its eyes on you.
No.
You have one action left.
I would like to run away from the unicorn. I'm just gonna move a cheeky little distance, 5 feet from the closest oak steward, and I'm gonna stand there back into the light, and I go, "Come and get me."
They were right to make fun of you, but the game is more fun when you make mistakes. It is
Cool.
the sacrificial unicorn's turn. As you can see, it's entered the encounter here. It stumbles up to you.
To me, the oak steward's right there.
Yep. It comes right up to you, the one that freed it. It is completely freaked out right now, and it's going to do something horrible to
Oh
you.
my God. Matthew, help me.
In fact, you know what it'll do? It'll do a 2-action powerful charge, and then make a horn strike at the end. It's going to try and impale you on its horn. 25 to hit.
Yes.
How many feet did I move? Did I move at least 20 feet?
No.
Okay.
Also, did you use an action to get
Yeah,
off
you
the
were
We're
altar?
laying on
prone.
your side.
Fair. So this will be the end of my turn. It gets up and off the thing and then charges. But it didn't move 20 feet, right?
No.
That's very, very important, because if it did, it would have been an additional 2d6 damage.
Oh
on
my-
the hit. Instead,
That implies there is. Oh, never mind. I don't want to say anything.
all right. Instead, oh boy,
Oh my god!
wasn't ready to get a D10 this early in the.
I refuse to apologize.
That's 11 points of piercing damage, and now let's talk through this. 3 points of good damage.
Nothing happens.
We're not using alignment, but like
We're not using alignment.
we're not.
Yeah, we talked
I'm
about
not
that.
evil.
This
I'm not
is
evil.
Session 0.
Oh.
But good
You were
damage.
there.
I thought we were making a shift when they actually changed the rules, but they...
No, we were talking about doing away with alignment altogether.
Oh, well, then we have to talk turkey because
we gotta
there's-
talk turkey,
There's
'cause-
spells that, like, you know...
Yeah, no, we
Yeah.
we said that this is, we were going to use like holy and evil damage. Or whatnot.
Sure.
But like good damage here, it doesn't work in the sense that I'm a good person. I don't take good damage. So we should have a frank discussion about this.
It does work like that.
I'm
if
not
that's
evil.
the way you want it to work.
I'm not evil, therefore I would not take good damage.
But are you neutral? No, you take good damage if you're neutral.
I am.
But we don't have alignment, so that's
Yeah,
why
we don't
it's
have
tricky.
alignment, so this is
I
what
would
gets a
think
little-
that it would be your call, and I would think that it would be you'd have to be pretty damn holy to not take any damage from a holy source.
I put in alignment for flavor, but she would be chaotic neutral. I'm not going to like flub it and be like, she's a saint.
All right, so I'm going to say, just in the effort of keeping things moving here, if good damage really only hurts evil creatures, you're not an evil creature. Though your backstory will leave some question marks open. So you will not take that extra 3 points of damage, but you will take the 11 piercing damage from the unicorn.
I wish it was 3
horn.
piercing and 11 good.
Yeah, that would
The
have been.
unicorn smart enough to be like, this must be a good person, so I'm going to stop fighting it and fight something else.
Well, that's interesting. And we'll find out perhaps next round. But in the meantime, it's Zephyr's turn.
Cool. Well, now I can see all these buttheads.
Buckles must be pissing himself. This is horrifying.
I'm going to scoot out so that I can hit possibly this guy I'm measuring. Yes, 30 feet. I'm at the edge of the map, but I would like to be just outside 30 feet.
You can move off the map.
Okay. Oops. Let me change back to here. All right. So it's not letting me do
It's
that.
fine. You just be flavor off the
Whatever.
map.
I'm flavor within the right range I need to be. Oh, now I can't see the map.
Yeah, all right, there you go. So you're we'll work on this.
You fell off the
All
world.
right. So the
It is flat.
Oak Steward that's closest to Lucky and the unicorn, I'm going to do the same thing but a little different. As I'm holding my bow and aiming, I guess maybe for the flavor you see maybe a glow coming from my like hand wraps, and what I'm doing is I'm casting Key Strike.
Oh, yeah.
Word.
First, I'm going to enter my monastic archer stance so that I can do this.
So you strode,
I
then monastic
moved.
archer stance.
Monastic archer stance, one action, and now I'm going to cast Key Strike.
Okay.
And I can use abilities that use unarmed strike in my bows when I'm in monastic archer stance. So I can use an unarmed strike or flurry of blows with Key Strike. I'm going to do flurry of blows. Why not?
Okay. So
While
you
I'm
do
in
flurry
key
blows.
strike.
And what does key strike give you if you hit? Is it more damage or special type
I
of
gain
damage?
a +1 status bonus to my attack rolls with the strikes, and the strikes deal 1d6 extra damage.
Okay.
So
this
what
is
I'm
huge.
want to make sure that I'm doing right is I moved. That's one action.
Yeah.
I get in monastic archer stance.
Second
That's
action.
another action.
Is key strike an action?
Key
Is it a
strike
focus spell?
is a focus spell where I cast it. I focus my energy into magical attacks, make an unarmed strike, or flurry of blows.
Oh wow. So
I think that's part of
So
it.
that's part of it. I feel like
Part
it's
of
not
it.
extra.
Yeah.
Awesome. So here we go.
wow. That's amazing.
That's great.
I thought really hard about this character. And I'm
Yeah.
hoping that it works.
I love the idea that you're infusing this arrow like as you're pulling it with this
Yeah.
key,
All right,
and it's
So I get a +1 to my attack rolls. So let's go with the longbow. Longbow. Okay, that's a 15. Well, I don't have to do the check. So the 15 is the. Wait. Shh. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
You're using
23.
fingers to count. That is a hit.
23 is a hit.
Yep.
So wait, I just want to make sure.
So you're going to do regular damage plus an extra d6.
Plus an extra d6. Okay.
Huge.
Go back.
Huge.
Back.
Kill him.
1d8 damage with an extra d6.
come on.
9 points of damage
Nice.
Phenomenal.
for
Nice.
that one. And now the second one is going to be a 9 to hit.
9 is a miss.
All right. Well, I got 1 in there.
That's great.
Sure did. Oh man, this is hairy.
Dude.
There is a sacrificial unicorn that has entered the playing field.
Thought it would help.
It was very nice, and it says a lot about you as a character. Buggles, what in God's name do you do?
Okay, so Buggles, he's making this plea as he's terrified. He closes his eyes. His eyes snap open and they're glowing red. And this field of like glowing embers like starts swirling around him.
Yes.
And he just he lifts up, he stands up fully straight. The frightened condition is gone.
Yeah.
He says, and he's going to cast amped produced flame at the closest, the clear target.
Okay, that'd be the one in the middle there.
Yeah.
Because Talitha's blocking the other guy.
Okay, that is a 20 to hit.
That is a hit.
Okay. That is 10 points of damage.
Nice.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yes!
All right, so a new Buggles has entered the map here and just lit this guy up with fire.
Amazing.
And is anyone hurt?
Yes.
You're hurt,
Yes.
Lucky? Okay.
I think only Lucky,
I
right?
think only Lucky.
Okay, so Lucky,
And presumably the unicorn.
I reach out to Lucky with my mind, and you feel this soothing kind of emotional energy wash over you. You're healed for 4 hit points.
What?
And you also, this is Restore the Mind, and you also gain a +1 bonus to saving throws against mental effects.
Whoa.
So until for the next 2 rounds.
This is
What was it? You healed what?
4 hit points.
Amazing.
Just
Yeah.
with his mind, in reach. How I think, Lucky almost looks around and sees Buggles on fire.
Yeah. And he's just he's holding his hands out by his side. He looks like a different person.
Yeah, I love that.
But I think she hears Buggles' little voice in her mind, and
Yeah.
he's never done this before. But she
Yeah.
hears him, and she's like, Buggles?
Yeah, the voice you heard when he attacked was a deeper voice like that, speaking in a language you don't know. But the presence you felt in your mind
healing.
was Buggles.
So soothing.
Yeah.
The fight against the Gorgas was the first fight you have ever had together as a group. This is the second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is now the Rebel Oak Steward's turn. The one standing next to the unicorn and Lucky will use all 25 feet of its movement to stride directly up to Zephyr, and then is going to swing its weird staff at Zephyr. Natural 20.
Oh, come on!
Troy's gonna roll. Troy's gonna roll.
You're totally screwed!
Now, last week, we weren't fully prepared to do fan criticals. What is the plan this week, Joe?
I'm prepared to do fan criticals for PCs only. Fortunately, it doesn't work for enemies.
That's so weird that it
So
doesn't
weird.
work.
Yeah, I guess
Guess
we
there's
just
nothing we can do about it.
can't do it.
Like a,
Doesn't that have a name?
Yeah, what's
Is
the
he
name?
named?
Is he a named John?
not a name John.
There we
Well,
go.
there you go.
Okay.
Boom.
However, you take 34 points of damage and go, I'm assuming, directly to dying 2.
I've never, I don't know. I have
Yes.
19 hit points. What does that mean?
Yes.
You go directly
so you
to
go to
dying
0, and where was a critical, you go straight to dying 2.
That means a regular hit would put most of us down in one shot at full HP.
Whatever is going on with their staff has imbued it with a power of destruction. Comes up and lays Zephyr out to the ground. Zephyr is now dying 2 rounds away from permanent death. It then, with its final action, will stride up to Lucky.
Cool. Attack of opportunity. I don't get an attack of I do.
No.
When it ran by you, I don't think, no, it didn't run within your reach. When it ran by, and now it ran up to you. If it ran past you, then you would get it.
It didn't do it before. It didn't.
No, it was 10 feet a
Damn it! I was so excited. I thought I was gonna use it.
Next, Oak Steward's turn. It is the one right next to Talitha Breakwater. It is going to do the same exact thing. Swing with its sweet, sweet, horrible staff. Okay. 19 to hit.
With my Drakeheart mutagen, my AC is exactly 19.
I love that it's called a Drakeheart mutagen.
Drakeheart.
It is going to be 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Woof.
11 points of bludgeoning damage, and then it is going to take a step back and then move over in the direction of the unicorn and Lucky. The third one will stride up to Brother Ramius
Oh,
Bye.
yeah, just shut it down.
and take a strike. Natural 1.
The protection of the keeper.
So swings and misses. Second action will take third action rather will take another strike with the multiple attack penalty. That is going to be a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that's it.
Hits Brother Ramius for a total of 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
You are aware we're first level, right?
I didn't write this.
Are we supposed to die?
I warned you if you didn't like last week.
Maybe it's part of the story.
You're not going to like this. At least there's no X factor, like a wild unicorn running about.
I mean, the amount of mistakes, it's staggering. Mistakes were made.
They're in character creation.
Yes. I think that
Fun.
I thought this was a game.
You know what? The unicorn being a wild card is fun. Although we're all gonna
Just
die.
didn't go in our favor. It could have, and
It
it
could've.
didn't.
If only you'd spoken soothing words to the unicorn.
I am a cat. I'm a cat lady.
My cat.
Oh my god. All right. It is now top of round 3. One of your allies is dying, and it's Brother Ramius's turn, perhaps the only one that can save her.
Oh my god.
They may not have attacks of opportunity.
Yet,
Do you have a bottle cap?
Yeah.
Okay, you're fine.
2 of them have been hit. One of them hasn't been hit, and there's a unicorn, a wild unicorn on the loose.
Yeah, I mean that's the other problem is like 2 of them have been hit. Like we all have to hit the same one.
It's hard though. Like
And I
I
say wait,
wanted
I
to hit
can't
one that had already been hit, but it's like
Yeah,
I was
the way
blocked,
it
so
all
I was like
shook out.
and that my thing is like 2 actions, and it's
Are these arches providing like complete wall blockage, or are they just open enough in the middle that there is absolutely no line of effect problems?
They're open up in the middle, and that it's not perfect cover, but depending on where you're standing, like where Zephyr was standing beside that post, I would say she gets cover. It's kind of going to be a GM call, so you tell me what you're thinking. You haven't seen that they have any attack of opportunities, but no one has moved away from them yet. You don't know if you want to be the guinea pig or not. You could metagame and say that, well, a lot of first level creatures don't, but then again, the Gorgas did.
I mean, I can't. I'm so pinned to. There's nothing I can do.
Pinned up against the edge of the world.
Yeah, it's the edge of the world. Every map they make here is designed so that you have to be forced in the middle of the fighting ring. Brother Ramius is going to flee from this guy, so he's just going to move away,
Okay.
hoping to not incur.
All right, so you're just going to do a regular stride.
Just a regular stride over to the other side of. Oh my god. Over to the other side of Zephyr.
Zephyr's laying.
And he's like, Zephyr! And he comes over and sees you like bleeding out, and he just like doesn't quite know where to start, and he looks over, and there's an oak steward now that has just run away from her that is closing on. Oh man. That is closing on Lucky, and Lucky's hurt. Oh my god.
I'm very hurt.
And you're hurt. I mean, yeah, he's pretty much in bad shape here. So, okay, he's going to go on his knee next to Zephyr and then look up at Lucky and reach out a hand, and this book rises up in the air as this glow comes around him, and this slow light of grace makes its way toward Lucky, and he's going to heal Lucky.
nice.
There we go, 14 hit points.
Whoa.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Wow.
And that's his turn.
And that's his turn. Talitha Breakwater.
Talitha will pop a couple alchemical components into a vial and down an elixir of life That's 2 actions. Okay, not terrible. But it's not great. Okay, and then I've got 1 action remaining.
Any range? Do you have a gun?
I wish.
Maybe a musket in your backpack?
I actually have a hand crossbow, but I would have to draw it, so it doesn't really help me there. All right, I'm gonna recall knowledge on the unicorn again. See if we can't learn anything to help us get that unicorn out of here and out of the fight.
Okay, important, yeah.
Arcana, right?
Yep, or nature.
Stop using that dice.
Stop with that die.
It also rolled a natural 20. It rolled 2 natural 20s last episode.
I just bought it for him.
Skip bought it for me. An 11.
Yeah, I wish I could help you with that. You're just like, there's got to be another way. It's all you can think about.
Can I free action speak to the unicorn? Like try to like.
Hey, unicorn!
Yeah, sure.
No, I'm not gonna roleplay with you people anymore.
Not if you could be like that.
Not if you're gonna be dick about it.
Sure, go ahead.
I mean, I was gonna try to like get it, like scare it the other way.
Do you speak unicornese?
That can't possibly be.
Is that what they speak?
Could you fake it?
I was just gonna try.
Have you ever heard unicornese?
I mean, he
yell.
was just speaking. It was like,
Never mind. Move on to the next person.
It's like
If you
that.
want to quash creativity, that's the game you want to play. Sure.
It's Lucky's turn. Lucky, you're pinned in between an oak steward that just laid out Zephyr, your best friend you've ever had in your entire life, and
I didn't know that.
a unicorn that you were just trying to help.
I know. Am I technically flat-footed because this unicorn is trying
No,
to...
because they're not allies.
Okay. Wait.
They're not allies.
They were trying to sacrifice the
Oh, they're not allies.
unicorn.
I
Is
see.
just terrified.
Yeah. All right. So I am going to double slice
Double slice.
on this oak
great.
steward. Natty 18.
Yes!
There we go.
Whoa, are
Come
we
on,
in
crit
crit? Are we in crit town?
The total.
Total
It's
is...
a +1 striking Kopesh.
So... Oh,
you
wait.
just
but
add it. Oh,
the damage.
I think it adds a +1.
Yeah, it's a
to
plus
hit.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, it
+1.
does. Okay, so that's 19 plus 9.
18 plus
28.
20. No.
You
plus
rolled a natty.
Oh, yeah. No, it is.
18 plus a 1 for the 19 plus 9.
Oh, okay.
It's 28, 20.
28.
And that's a critical hit.
Wait, but roll the other one.
Oh, and the wakizashi.
Yeah.
Critical threat. Critical.
That 20!
Critical threat. Critical threat. Critical.
Oh my god.
Power of the unicorn.
Imbued with the power of the unicorn's
Unicorn's gotta be
Okay.
impressed.
I strike a thief!
Holy shit. Okay, so Kopesh
So the Kopesh,
is a crit, so and it's a +1 striking.
Striking,
So
so-
that's a single D8, then another D8, then another D8.
yeah.
Okay.
So it's 2d8.
No, it's striking. You double everything.
No, the deadly property. So the
Oh, right, the
2d8 is for the deadly.
All right,
No.
let's not split pubic hairs
No,
here.
no, the Kopesh-
You're going to annihilate this oak steward.
okay. Yes!
Let's just see what the critical bonus effect could be
Oh,
from the
yes.
fan critical. Because with double crits, there's no way this thing.
2 fan critical.
And the wakizashi is deadly.
Well, no,
Only
just
one
one
gives
natural
nat 20.
20.
And the wakizashi is deadly.
Right.
It's dead.
All right, this one from Brandon in Macon, Georgia.
Hello,
Macon,
Brandon.
Georgia. Hello, Brandon.
Hi, Brandon.
Rah-rah-ree, kick him in the knee. They went high and you went low. Double damage and the target rolls a reflex save. So
Well, they're gonna die.
they're going
it's
to die.
dead.
So yeah, it would be whole different variations of clumsy.
Please describe your cinematic kill.
Yes.
Okay, if this was like a video game, it would be that final move, like the triple combo that you get.
Yeah.
And she slices in with the wakizashi or with the Kopesh, and then because it's like a curved, it's
Yeah.
like, pulls it in, and then with the
Deadly.
wakizashi, head comes off.
Hell yeah.
And he just falls to his knees and lands beside his decapitated head.
Awesome.
And I think you still have actions left.
Yeah. So that is 2. It is 2 actions.
2 actions.
To
Okay.
do my double slice, but frick, I really wish I could kill another oak steward, but I have to move away from this unicorn.
Yeah, the unicorn is
Lucky.
posing a bit
Brother
of a problem.
Ramus is calling for your help.
And Lucky sees this unicorn and this
Kneeling
oak.
over Zephyr, who is out.
Yeah, Lucky sees Zephyr. She didn't even notice before. Now that the light is on both of them, and she runs down and takes a guarded stance in front of Zephyr from this other oak steward to
Nice.
protect her and
Evoking
Brother
from the unicorn.
Yes.
who doesn't have an attack.
She yells,
Son of a bitch.
reaction, she yells,
It does a gore attack as you run out. 26 damage.
I was helping you, you stupid beast! What's wrong with you?
Run away!
Oh man, amazing. Unfortunately, it is the sacrificial unicorn's turn.
And there's an oak steward right by it.
Yeah.
There is.
Crazy.
La Valley.
I think this sounds like a perfect opportunity for a probability die.
Probability die.
Probability
How
die.
about you just make some choices, you coward?
I like to leave it up
About
to
the
the
probability you're gonna
old
die
guys.
if you don't start going our way on these things.
You tell him. Wait, that's me
Here's
you're
the thing
telling.
with probability, possibility.
It would have to go out of its way
Yeah.
over a dead body to go
It
after
would
Lucky.
trample the body of the oak steward to charge
and
it
slow
Lucky.
its movement down
would have
because
to
it's
step
difficult
aside- it would
terrain.
step around
I'm just
the
saying,
arch.
let's leave it up to chance. I think we should get a close-up of this roll here. 51 or higher. You know what? You're a little bit farther away. We'll say 61 or higher. 71 or higher, it comes after you.
I swear to God.
Anything else? No. Joe, what does it say?
34.
Wasn't that more fun? Because it puts you on the edge of your seat.
No, I'm gonna throw up.
It runs and does a
this dude
charge
is so dead.
at the oak steward.
And I know it's tight on the map, but that looks like 20 feet to me.
It does a powerful charge and hits exactly, so almost
yes.
miss. And the good damage will actually
Yes,
go
it will.
through
Awesome, they're evil.
Okay.
against this creature.
You know, I was curious if they were evil or neutral, because they're druids. They're
My
usually
plan
neutral.
Yeah, but they're
worked.
bad druids.
They're rebel druids.
Yeah.
My plan worked all along.
This druid had not been hit yet, so that is 11 points
Oh, huge.
Nice.
of damage.
My God, are we going to turn this thing around?
Yes, we are.
And then it still has one more attack. His powerful charge is 2 actions, and I think the horn attack comes with it. Let me just make absolutely sure. Double its speed, then make a horn strike. The unicorn makes a horn strike. So yeah, I'm going to do another strike here.
Horn him up.
Natural 3
hook 'em
misses
horn.
with the second
Oh,
horn.
man.
However, that guy had not been hit, and now he's really hurt, and it's Buggle's turn.
Okay.
Was that the one that was trying to cut off his horn? They moved around, so
They moved around so much, I don't think so. He was the one that was way up top that came
Okay,
down. The
yeah.
one in the
Do I
middle.
need to do any saves?
Oh, it's coming.
Oh, okay.
You move an initiative to right before the one that
Oh,
struck
okay.
you down with all its might.
Never been this dying before.
And by the way,
I've never been this dying before.
the one that took you to dying too is the one that Lucky
I know.
has killed.
It's pretty sick.
I did it for you.
It's called Retribution. Buggles.
Okay, so after like throwing this ball of fire at the guy, his eyes turn from orange red to blue, and the field around him of swirling embers turns into like a swarming, swirling globe of frost. And he points his finger at the near druid and casts another amped. Uses one of his focus points to cast an amped ray of frost. That is a 24 to hit.
That is a hit.
Okay. That is 16 points of damage.
And the Oak Steward falls.
And Buggles gets 8 temporary hit points as he draws the energy from his body.
I am
Psychic?
throwing this cleric in the trash.
So cool.
And he is going to reach out with his mind and heal Zephyr for 4 hit points as well.
So what does that mean?
That means you will go to Wounded 2.
Wounded 2.
And you have 4 hit points.
And you
Awesome.
wake up. She wakes
So you are
up.
You wake
prone,
up.
woken up, and wounded 2 with 4 hit points. That means the next time you're taken to dying, you go straight to dying 3.
Okay.
Till the wounded condition is
Amazing.
removed.
Wounded 2.
And if you get crit, you automatically die.
Yep.
I'm wounded 2.
Yes.
We get crit and taken to 0 hit points.
Right. Which you probably would.
I mean, with the damage you're dealing and the hit points we have.
With that heal, though, it now is Zephyr's turn. Zephyr, what do you do?
I have a question about Demiplane. So I added the wounded 2 condition, but I don't see anything, or I didn't
It
notice
doesn't
anything
change
changing.
anything. It doesn't
Okay.
change anything.
Okay, so I'm not sure what wounded 2 does off the top of my head.
It just told you.
all it
when
does
you,
is, like,
when you
puts
die
like-
now, you'll go straight to dying
Oh, okay,
3.
nothing else changes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm laying down. I probably just wake up in a gasp, like, oh, God. What happened? Okay.
Brother Ramius thought you were out, and you just like, whoa, come back.
Right?
No.
I like
Well, you just hear this
Buggles.
voice in your head as you're unconscious. It's Buggles. It's like,
Wake up, Zephyr.
I wake up
And
and
you
go,
just-
Buggles.
Buggles.
It's Brother Ramius.
Okay, so I gotta use one action to get up for sure. I look around, I see a crazed unicorn and one guy still up. I'm gonna try to hit it, right? Yeah.
I mean, if you want to be ticky-tack, you got to grab your weapon as well.
Okay.
So
Stand
get
up,
up,
one
grab your
action.
weapon, take a shot.
Grab your weapon, second action. You still have one action left.
Just take a regular old shot with my longbow.
I think you could flurry of blows.
Get you flurry, yeah?
I need to be in my monastic archer stance.
Oh,
in order
right.
to use
If it's
flurry of
not,
blows. That's
a
one action.
melee.
So I could go into it and then do it next time, but just gonna try to do one regular shot
At the unicorn.
at no.
Stop.
No,
a
at the
trick.
guy really far away.
Yeah, you got to get a clean shot there.
Got a longbow, it's fine.
Okay.
Natural 17, so that's a
Dude.
Awesome.
Nice.
24 to hit.
24 is a hit.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, 1d8. Here we go. Okay, that's 2 points of damage.
2 points.
Every
of
little
damage.
bit counts.
And the Oak Steward is just like, boom, it's an arrow in it, and you see that it's just got like blood gushing out of all the wounds it's taken. Well, it just took a wound from a powerful charge from the unicorn, so it's got 2 holes in
You
it,
see
one
this
from the
like
arrow.
tired, hurt. Ugh, I'm gonna hit you too. Poof.
And it's just like backing away and holding its arms up, backing away and holding its arms up, and the unicorn is still going wild. And we will see you next week.
Do we have a possible prisoner? We're going to have to kill the unicorn?
Save him!
We need information. We
Buggles, save the unicorn.
All right. No, I hate it. I'm okay. I'm very confused.